let's get started with the day. As soon as I wake up, I get dressed and I like to make a cup of coffee to be able to just sit on my own, have my first cup of coffee. It's the best start of the day. After I finish my coffee, I get my journal out and write a list of to-dos and reminders that I need to do in the day so I don't get lost on what I need to do, like appointments and things. How does your garden grow with silver boughs and cockle shells and pretty roses all in a row? Maybell, Maybell, how does your garden grow with silver boughs and cockle shells and pretty roses all in a row? Yay! Kiddos. Oh. Okay. Baba. Say. Say Baba. Where's the milk coming from? Say Baba. 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 So Mabel normally wakes up at 6:30 in the morning and I give her 6 ounce bottle. So I'll just spend some quality time singing with her while Avery's still sleeping. And we just bond, have her milk, and then I'll make her breakfast. At the moment, due to obviously only having a kettle, we're limited on options, so I make her some porridge with just kettle water, and we have a yogurt to go with that. How I keep the yogurt and the milk cold is I put it in a Tupperware jar with water in and leave it on the windowsill at night. And because this is an old style building, it keeps it really, really cold, like as if it was in the fridge. And then obviously in the day hide it, but it's more of like a 1 day use maximum. Avery woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, which isn't like her, but she was up all night, like every hour. I'm not really sure what was wrong with her, but she just struggled to stay asleep. But I'm just making her some Cocoa Pops. It was the first time she ever had them today, and she didn't even eat them, but she just takes a while to eat a breakfast anyway. And after I've finished helping Avery get her breakfast, I'll just start clearing up, picking up all the toys and sorting out the washing the bowls on the bottles in the sink, and any dirty clothes just leave them soak in the bath, and just doing them sort of jobs. There is a cleaner lady that comes to make the bed, but I like to just do it myself out of respect, and just a little bubble play with the girls before we go out later. Hi, so the video might be a bit confusing, so I'm going to add this bit in. I stopped filming about 12:30, did a bit of cleaning. The clean lady comes in and makes the bed and gives fresh towels and all that sort of stuff. Does a bit of work. So we went out to the local town. I'm not. Where is he? He's lost. And then we got some pizza. We've just ate some pizza. And we're just going to watch a bit of TV together and then get ready for beddy boys, aren't we?
Yeah.
Love ya.
But we need to find jelly.
We can find jelly. Let's look. Let's search for jelly. This is honestly the hardest part of my day, is bathing them both. What are you doing? Are you eating your toesies? Avery is definitely the hardest to bath because at the moment she's going through a screaming stage of washing her hair, but we got it done in the end. And then it's ready for bedtime and story time. By Julia
Jonathan.
and Linda Monks.
Is that saying Linda Monks?
Oh, Lida Monks.
What was that bear?
The girl, the bear, and the magic shoes.
Was that a lorry label?
Because it tells us who's got the book to keep the books safer. There once was a little girl called Josephine who loved running. Her old running shoes were too tight, so she went into a shoe shop and tried on some new shoes. They were red and they had a label saying magic shoes. What's magic about them? Asked Josephine. Aha! Wait and see, said the shoe shop lady. Josephine bought the shoes and decided to go for a run. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter went the shoes. But then she heard another sound. Click, clack, click, clack. Josephine turned around. A bear with a backpack was following her. Click, click went his claws on the road. Josephine ran faster. So did the bear. Pitter-patter, click, click. The road went uphill. Up and up it went until it stopped at the bottom of a snowy mountain. Josephine stopped too. I'll never get up that, she said. Oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. Just start climbing and don't stand still, came a voice, or rather, two voices. The voices seemed to be coming from Josephine's feet. Josephine looked down and was amazed to see her new running shoes changed into blue snow boots. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Josephine crunched her way up the snowy mountain, but crunch, crunch, crunch. The bear was still behind her.
I'm scared of him.
He's a nice bear.
But why is he making a big circle like that? That funny face.
Because he's tired climbing up the mountain. Josephine reached the top of the mountain. The other side was very steep. I'll never get down there, she said. Oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. Just start skiing and don't stand still, came the two voices. That's called us a snow cloud.
Snow cloud.
Josephine looked down and saw that she was wearing a pair of green skis. Whee whiz! Josephine skidded down the mountain, but whee whiz behind her, the bear was sliding down on his bottom. At the foot of the mountain was a bog. The mud was thick and deep. I'll never get through this, said Josephine. Yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. Just start scrouching and don't stand still, came the two voices, and the skis turned into yellow wellies. Squouch, squouch, squouch. Josephine squouched through the bog, but squouch, squouch, squouch. The bear was still coming after her.
But why is he coming? Why is he coming back after her?
We'll have to wait and see. Josephine came to a lake. I'll never get across, she said.
Yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. Just start swimming and don't stand still, came the voices again, and the wellies turned into orange flippers. Splish splash, Josephine swam across the lake. But splish splash, the bear was swimming after her. He was getting closer. I'm getting too tired to swim, thought Josephine. But then she came to an island in the middle of the lake. Josephine waded out of the water. She kicked off her flippers, and climbed up a tree. The bear climbed out and stood at the bottom of the tree. Come down, he called. But you'll leave me, said Josephine. No, I won't, said the bear. Then why were you chasing me? Asked Josephine. I was chasing you because you left your old shoes behind in the shop, said the bear. The shoe shop lady asked me to give you them back. He took them out of his backpack. Josephine climbed down the tree. Thank you, she said. But what were you doing in the shoe shop? Bears don't need shoes, do they? Oh, that was a mistake, said the bear. I didn't mean to go into the shoe shop. I meant to go into the fish shop next door. Silly bear, hey?
What?
We've just given Josephine her old shoes back because she left them at the shop. Then the flippers laughed. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! Time for a dance now. Off you go! And they turned into a pair of pink dancing shoes. Josephine put the dancing shoes on, and she and the bear danced all around the island.
What?
Until it was time to splash, squelch, crunch, whiz, and run all the way home.
What's she doing to the bear?
She's giving him a cosy hug.
Why he got my there?
Because he's not wearing any wellies, is he? So he's got muddy toes. Silly bear.
Why he got look.
And the bear turned into magic shoes.
Oh, he's got flippers.
Magic slippers.
Yeah.
Wow. The end. Was that a good story?
Well, that one.
That says, what's the ladybird heard? What the ladybird heard next? What the ladybird heard on holiday? Sharing a shell. Rhyming
I
words.
got that one, and then was a sparkling.
Oh, yeah, sparkly ladybird one.
It's in our page.
We'll read it from the beginning.
Oh, look, that's Kipper.
That is Kipper.
We won't.
Kipper's Monster by Mick Inkpen. Tiger had a brand new torch. It's the most powerful torch there is, he said to Kipper. He shone it at Big Owl. He shone it at Hippo. He shone it in Kipper's face. You should see it when it gets really dark, he said. It's really good when it's dark. He sat in Kipper's basket and pulled the blanket over his head. Come on, we can make it dark under here, he said. Under the blanket was one of Kipper's storybook. That's another thing, said Tigger. You can read under the bedcloth with a torch like this. Yeah?
That's the golden egg.
Give me a kiss. Sweet
Good
dreams.
night.
I love you. Hey, okay.
I don't see.
Good night, Jelly.